technology that advanced the most in the last 10 or 12 years is really the fact that we did a lot of miniature shooting on Lord of the Rings. So Minas Tirith, Helm's Deep, the Dark Tower of Barad-dûr, all the big, architectural structures of Middle-earth were really miniature, some of them quite large. But you're limited to what you can do with a miniature because you've literally got to have a big camera that has to sort of sweep, past it so you can't get too close to it, and detail doesn't hold up too well if you do. So this time around there are no miniatures, it's all done with CGI. So everything that we need to build from a miniature point of view, we build as a CG miniature, which allows my camera work. I can now swoop in over rooftops, through doorways. You can do things that you could have never dreamt of doing when you had this, the miniature. So that, for me, that's actually one of the most profound differences. Gollum has more muscles in his face than he did 12 years ago. Hopefully Andy has made those muscles work in a brilliant way. But it's certainly, we deliberately made Gollum look very similar to how he did, obviously, because we wanted consistency through the films. But where did digital do the work? They'd subsequently been working on Avatar and built a very sophisticated motion control motion capture facial system, which Gollum certainly inherited some of the technological advances of that.
Yeah, well, just the on-set motion capture. When we shot Lord of the Rings, we shot on 35mm and back with Elijah and Sean Astin, and then performances were filmed. Then I went back to the motion capture stage. It was called motion capture then because it was just the motion and kind of choreographed for certain scenes, choreographed back into the plates with empty plates. Whereas now, and the facial performance was derived from filmed 35mm performance, which was then rotoscoped, in fact, or animated directly to match that performance. Whereas what is amazing now with performance capture and is now performance capture and motion capture, and that is because you can get the entire performance all in one hit. So we were able to shoot the scene, the Rivers in the Dark scene, in entirety on a live set with Martin's performance being captured on 35mm or digital camera, but then Gollum's performance using performance capture cameras, capturing it in exactly the same moment in time. And what that does is, there's no disconnect. There's the fidelity to the moment, to the choices, to the beats that you create between the director and the actors. Therefore, is absolutely, nailed, in one, and that makes a significant difference to how it, the believability and the emotional. Therefore, the chances to augment and change the iteration, and change the performances on the fly. That makes a huge difference.
Peter, can you talk to us just a bit more about that full visual experience when finally we see it, the 3D, the 48 frames? Where will it take us, or where does it take you that is different?
Well, the 3D is, everyone's used to seeing 3D now. We have filmed in 3D, we're not doing a post-conversion, which I think is a much more immediate and realistic look at 3D. And it's been surprisingly easy too. The cameras and the rigs that were available to us, even though they were prototypes when we first began the 3D rig cameras, they performed really, really well and very, very easy to use, fast, hasn't slowed us down at all. And the 48 frames a second really, it takes away the artifacts that we're used to seeing in cinema, and I think that's what people, are going to have to get used to. And as I say, I find you get used to it pretty quickly when you sit and watch it, is that we're used to seeing strobing, we're used to seeing a panning shot, which is like a series of still frames that kind of shudders its way along, and you don't get that at 48 frames. And yet it doesn't impede our ability to colour time the film, to put a really creative, grade on the movie. Everything is the same as it normally is. It's really just, it's a motion. And the fact that you don't have so much motion blur also makes it feel quite sharp as well. So you get, you get something that to me is much more akin to shooting on 65mm. Like just as David Lean shot all his films and Kubrick shot 2001, they used a large 65mm because they wanted a particular crispness and clarity to their image. And even though they were shooting at so you get that with these 4K cameras that we're using in the 48 frames. You get something that, and it was actually weird because back in about 1998, when we first started working on Lord of the Rings, I seriously for a while I tried to convince the studio to shoot in 65mm because I really thought that the Lord of the Rings should be shot in that format. But at the time, the cameras were huge, cumbersome, they were difficult. The negative that we would shoot would have to be sent away to America to be processed, so we couldn't even see any of the rushes from New Zealand that have to be shipped into America and back again. So the whole thing really wasn't actually possible. So for me, this is now I finally get to shoot my sort of 65mm quality film.
It's astonishing to think, isn't it, that most people at the presentation just now have never seen Lord of the Rings in the cinema.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well, yeah, we've all got 8, 10, 9, 10-year-olds who watch Lord of the Rings non-stop, but they watch it at home and scream that side. What is going to happen to their heads when they take their parents in to see a 3D movie, maybe for the first time, but certainly this story, and 48 frames a second. It's going to be much, much, much bigger and astonishing than we think, because we're used to it all. But kids are going to see.
Hopefully they'll tell their parents to take them to more movies.
Well, exactly.
Get them away from their iPads.
I think people who think, say, we don't need 3D, we're used to 2D. Bollocks. I mean, 3D is life. We're in 3D now. And the brilliance about Peter's 3D is that it doesn't come out at you. You go into it. What's the effect? You enter Middle Earth. You look round the corner. You're even deeper in, and can you find a way out? That's the effect of 3D. And those little kids are going to be so thrilled.
48 frames a second is way better than 3D, I'll tell you now, because, you know, one of the things with 3D is it does accentuate that strobing because, you know, you're getting it two eyes, you're getting two cameras that are filming, and so once you go to 48, it's much, much smoother. There's no eye strain, there's no headaches. I mean, the thing that we have to get now are the laser projectors, which are on the horizon probably next year, where the light levels